Hey everybody, we are coming together to paint the My Valentine. It's one of the projects from the adult art box for December. So we only put out the art box every other month, so we work a couple months ahead. So if you're thinking, wait, I'm not ready for Valentine's, you will be. You'll be very, very ready for Valentine's soon. But first, some tape for the tape trick. Okay, I'm going to, so you don't want to rip these open, pieces fly everywhere. So instead, what you'll want to do is get in gently. Grab your scissors, get in gently. Sweet. So you're going to take this time to work out all the snags. The box does start going out tomorrow to our artsy box, and then that gives us extra time to get the biggie box ready for Monday, because we have definitely a lot more people in our biggie box. Okay, this is a shelf sitter. I'm still struggling a little bit with that cold. So you want to definitely do the tape trick, which you take a piece of scotch, what's it called? Scotch blue tape, and keep everything together. Oh, I like how a lot of these are stuck, or what do you call that, welded together already. That's very cool. Keeps all your pieces together, makes it easy to paint with a sponge. Oops. That's not bad. That could be worse. Okay. Ta-da. I love some of these designs. So I know it's not my normal time to go live, but we were back in King County for 2 days. And before then we were boxing and boxing like crazy. Here we go. Here we go. It's such a cute design. If you're just joining, tell me hey. All right, hi first. Hi. Tell me hey, where you're watching from. This one's pretty too. Okay, I'm just gonna stack. I don't think I need to do the tape trick with that or that, but I will with this one. Okay, so if you're just joining, we are painting our Be Mine Valentine from the adult art box for December. The artsy box goes out tomorrow, Monday. It gives me Sunday and Monday to do all the other boxes. The biggie box has 3 projects. Okay, so I can paint this later. You don't need to watch me paint that. How sweet. This is just such a sweet design. I'm really excited. Okay, so traditionally you would use pinks and blues and soft colors. Yeah, do what you want. That's what I say. I'm gonna probably start that route, and then I'm gonna do my thing. So I'm gonna go into, it's Craft Smart Pink, which to me, unless I got in there and played with this color before. Did I play with this color? I don't think so. I tend to do that. I tend to mix right in my bottles. Give me a thumbs up if that's you. Sometimes I get in there and I mix it up. I'm gonna take my hat off because, woo, it's warm. Okay, you can use a sponge. You can use a paintbrush. Sponges are less messy on your fingers and on the side of the, you don't have the drip down, let's call it that, on the side of the sponge. However, you have to do many more coats with a sponge. What a sweet design. I know exactly where I'm gonna put it on my disc. So I got this dusky pink, not really a dusty rose. And I just am picking up my Walmart makeup sponges. I did cut mine in half so I didn't have to, you know, be wasteful, be completely wasteful. I'll save that for something else. This is really fun. So I'd probably hit this 2 times. But basically when you're done painting the edge, it's ready to go. It's ready to go. So I'm gonna do probably an ombre. So I'm gonna paint my Valentine white. feel like I've got a lot going on here. Sounds like Mr. John's heading in. I got a little blue. I'm gonna mix it with silver because it's a little too bright for me. Just a little trick I do. And if I don't like it, I'll just use the blue. I also have some Martha Stewart, I call it Raspberry Pearl, and that's an old bottle. Might not even be around anymore. Raspberry Pearl. So we're just gonna go in and I'm gonna do my lettering. I'm gonna start with white. So I might have to brush it. These are broken into sections, so I'm gonna do one section at a time because the paint can dry really quickly. Actually, let me just give it all a base coat. I can change my mind. Give everything a base coat. And I'm not pressing hard because then the paint would ooze. It can ooze if you have too much on your sponge. So if you're not watching me closely, I'm dipping in the paint and then bouncing off. Painting Valentines in December. I know, right? But quite frankly, I have been painting Christmas since the 4th of July. Christmas in July. So I kind of was ready to make the jump. There you go. I didn't want to send Christmas in our art box because I didn't want to overwhelm people. I'm gonna just use my heat gun real quick. It's not going anywhere. The pieces aren't gonna fly because they are on my Scotch tape. The blue tape. Now they have a nice base coat. You could use gray also. Gray is a really good primer. So here's where I'm gonna just go in and do a couple at a time because I wanna do a little ombre effect. And if my paint has dried, I can't really do that. So I'm gonna mix the silver, the metallic silver and blue together. They're very happy. They're sitting in there, getting very happy. We have Rooster tonight. If you guys don't know who Rooster is, he's our grandson. So I'm gonna do the blue at the bottom. I'm gonna use the back side of my sponge to soften that ombre a bit. Soften it a little bit. These are grandson. So it's Friday night date night for the kids. So I'm gonna say, here's my question right away. Why aren't these the same size? So I might have stolen a heart from a different area, and that's okay. So before it dries, I'll just come in and grab some white, start at the top, bounce down into my blue, and back up. So it's kind of just mottled, marbled, mottled. So he's teething, so it's possible I might have to go quickly, but I wanted to try to get this together for y'all. Those babies certainly don't follow the same schedule, right? So I wanted a resource for all of my ladies to watch and kind of work out we're working out the snags. So I'm doing the same thing, but I'm gonna start at the top. Okay, so were these ones, okay, starting over. I've painted these ones how many times now? That's okay, one more time. You could argue that I have way too much blue. There we go. So I'm gonna water down my blue. And it's gonna hit that white and it's gonna be softer and ombre-ish. Little flower power action happening. So I'm going all the way up with my white. watered down silvery blue I made. Gotta start at the top. It worked a lot better this time. Definitely worked a lot better. If you're just watching, just joining, we're painting our Be Mine Valentine shelf sitter from our door hanger club, and they're going out very, very soon. So I just wanted to take a minute, make a resource for my ladies so they can follow along, or at least watch and decide what they don't like. Maybe I didn't do it right for them, and that's fine, but at least they have a visual. We're very visual people. Surprise! Creatives, we're visual, and we like glitter. So you can do that a couple times until you're happy with the intensity. It's super intense on this end. So I have intensity up, but I have intensity over. Who knew? Okay, so that is going to go on my board. And I can come back and I can change it up all I want. So I get a lot of questions on what kind of glue I use. I really like to use the Type On Quick and Thick. And it's nice and thick. And I grab either a toothpick or a paintbrush that, is small and it's seen better days, and it's like, put me in, coach. It needs one more thing to do in its life, and then it's completely done. So I tend to grab that. So, okay, all right. I was just not complaining, but I was saying, I think this heart is bigger than this heart. And it is. Okay, so I did that right. So little heart, big heart. Okay, hey guys. So Val, I'm gonna try, I can see you on the phone, but I'm not, hold on a second. I'm not seeing, oh, here we go. Hello, I love this box. Yay, Valerie. So excited. I am too. And what, was so exciting to me is, I'm not over Christmas, don't get me wrong, but I was kind of over Christmas projects, so to speak. Painting them all the time since July. And so I was like, ready. So ready. And no, you don't have to do it this week when you get them. You can wait till after the holidays. I want to make sure you have plenty of time. So if you end up giving it too much glue, definitely take it off, or it will have the Ouija board effect where it's like skimming all over the place. So, and this project is so cute. You could take it any of your favorite colors. And honestly, if you can have magenta, the color of the year for Christmas this year is like magenta, blue, silver blue, and teal. I mean, you could use any color you want for Valentine's too. I'm giving you permission. Okay. Take a little off. The internet is kind of skipping at the house, so hopefully it's not skipping for y'all. We'll see. So that's super cute. So you're just gonna press down, you're gonna watch for it, make sure it's not doing this slick and slide all over the place. And so basically the way this works, now yours, if you were getting our box, yours won't have the third row here. That was for something else. John, remember, I always get the worst one in the group. Excuse me. So I always get the worst one. John doesn't love me. Anyway, so you won't have a third one, but basically the way it works is you use some glue dots. I'm gonna hold it like this. You're gonna hold it in place with some glue dots. It's super cute. And that way you can take everything apart So trust me, you're gonna want to take it apart to store it. All right, so I have my dusty Valentine. I think I'm gonna mix, I have some pink from Pink Blast from Craft Smart also. Oh my gosh, I used to just be like into like really expensive paints. Oh, don't get me wrong, I have them. Don't get me wrong. I just can't believe I'm buying all the no names. It happens, we change. Okay, so I have my silver paint. I wanna make sure I don't get too dingy. Ooh, that's so pretty though. I know you guys probably don't have metallic vision, but that metallic vision is very pretty. I don't like a lot of pastel-y colors, so I'm going to make myself happy. And then you can decide, I like that palette, or I think it blows, and I'm gonna do my own thing, and it's not gonna hurt my feelings at all. Okay. And if I can remember, I'm going to shave down my sponges so I get more than one use. Okay, so that's a really pretty non-metallic pink. Let's see. So I'm gonna suggest right now that you do these gray first. I would suggest you do them gray. Gray's a great primer. If you don't believe me, let's just do one together. Excuse me. I am finally getting better. I finally stopped being stubborn and took the antibiotics. And John's like, why, lady? Why didn't you take them from the very beginning? You know, we're stubborn over here in Robinson land. I'm laughing at my computer, my iPad. Oop, and then I picked up pink. Okay, I'm just coming in with some gray. Now it is etched, but it's not etching that you want. Like on this X's and O's, you want to go really easy on that. And I'll show you how. This one I can just cover it up. I can just paint it like a fence because I don't need any of the lines other than my shiplap lines. And I'm going to show you what to do for them right now. It's kind of cool painting on a Friday night. That might have to be a thing. Somebody else is watching Rooster while his mom and dad, like Sabrina is, so I can film. And Sydney and her husband went out to dinner and went to do something fun. So I'm taking a really sharp restaurant toothpick, and you know, you just buy them and you know, you get it. The diamond. And this is round, they're not square. And I'm just running down my shiplap so I can keep them nice and dark. You don't want the paint to dry in there, because if you did and you wanted to come back later, it's just not gonna work. I actually kind of like the gray, but we started something, so we're gonna go through, we're gonna see it through with that pink and silver. Ta-da! If you're just joining, we're making the Be My Valentine from our adult art box. This one is in both the biggie and the artsy box. I know, so confusing. What's the difference? Well, the biggie is, well, big. It has a third project. And the artsy box has two. So, you know, are you busy this month? Maybe you can't do 3. Maybe you're just a super busy person. Maybe you need to do 3. You just need it. I always do the upgrade. If somebody offers me an upgrade, I'm like, of course I want the upgrade. So I again painted. So I'm cleaning out my shiplap. Pretty simple, and you can still see the etching, but it's not gonna matter because we are going, and I hope you like that I didn't use super bright pink, because that's just not me, It's not my decor. You could really use anything. Okay, so I am, nope, that's not right. Yes. Oh, this is the center one. So on the photo, I did mine white and then blue, but who cares? It's okay. It's okay. We got this. Okay, so I have a very, very bright pink, but again, oof, it's too much. I don't know, right? You know, give me a thumbs up if you love pink. If pink's like your jam. I like the toothpick trick. Haley, yeah, it's pretty simple. It's, you know, we're not reinventing the wheel here. I'm sure you would have figured it out halfway through, or maybe not even that far. You would have figured it out. You would have been, there's got to be something easier. Oh, the toothpick. Okay, well that wasn't very smart, was it? I'm gonna put this on that. No, it's not gonna show very well. So let's go vivid. Let's go purple. There's no purple in my scheme. That's okay. If you're a purple lover, you're gonna like this. We're just gonna put some purple in there. It's okay. I'm literally looking at all these Hershey Kisses and thinking, you know, if anybody ever deserved a kiss, a Hershey Kiss, it would be me. But just getting over this cold that I've had for so long, and I know a lot of you have it too. I'm like, no, I don't want to just start coughing and coughing. Let's check it out. I let my purple mix with my pink. And it might not be contrasty enough, and that's okay. I can make that decision. But I know I want my inside heart, and I honestly don't know. Are they the same size, or is it just one of these that work? Okay, here we go. I'm testing them out. They both fit. Oh, thank goodness. So I can just make one purple, and the other one maybe silver. That'd be okay. Okay, going in and flipping it over. It's really fun. I really enjoy painting with sponges. Gets the job done. I'm seeing glitter in the future on this. Of course, my glitter is in the garage for my paint party. So I had the best. So we just had our very, very last paint party in Maple Valley. Well, basically for 2023. We did. We're done. We're done. And we do a lot of paint parties. And it was great because John went with me. He worked really hard. He got caught up, and he went with me, and he was able to see his mom, and he hadn't seen her for a while. Like, I'm gonna say for a while, like a year. Poor mom. Okay, I'm gonna actually ombre this purple down just a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. I'm thinking that one can be pink. The other one can be silver. Doesn't have to be traditional. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go to Michael's tomorrow because my ladies in the box, they want to know what paints I use, so they either want them or they want to stay away from them. And my question is, I need to look and see, did I doctor this color? Because it's pink from Craftsmart, but this is Pink Blast, and that's a huge difference. That is a huge difference. And it's possible, because I do that all the time. I want a different color, and I go in, and I decide I want a whole bunch, so it kind of looks like I put some brown in. Or I'm thinking I put this color in with the pink. And this would be a raw sienna, so there's yellow in it and a little brown. Okay, so I'm gonna go silver. Super cute. All right, here we go. I need another sponge. We are going through sponges tonight. I'm gonna flip it over and use the other end. So I wouldn't use all the colors in the spectrum. I'd pick 4 or 5 and some neutrals. So I'm definitely doing pink and blue and purple. So the purple, the blue and the purple are analogous. They're near each other on the color wheel, but then so are the pink and purple. There you super cute. So I'm gonna glue those together. I'm definitely seeing some glitter in our future for this, but I'll do that over the weekend and post a final project photo. Okay, so I might be getting the Ouija board effect there where I add too much glue and my piece decides to slide all over. It's like, do I love Scott? Yes or no? That's how it works, right? I don't know. They kind of freak me out. I haven't done them in a really long time. I have no reason to be freaked out by a Ouija board, but I kind of am. I think it's because John watches all those ghost hunters shows when he's not watching Bigfoot. All right, I really like this glue. It is Type On Quick and Thick. Okay, come on, baby. It's obviously quick. Well, it's not quick. It's obviously thick and slow. Remember those ketchup commercials? Anticipation. Good grief. Got another one. That's the one I'm gonna use. Okay, might need another toothpick. Well, hopefully your night's going well, your Friday night, maybe you're on the couch. I know we have a lot of people on the East Coast, and I'm like, well, they're gonna wake up, they're gonna have a surprise, but they're not gonna probably be up for this. I mean, maybe. We're not spring chickens anymore. And every time we have our grandson over, I think, you know, for the night, you know, like we're good grandparents and we give them a break. I think, oh my gosh, we're just not. I think of that movie, or yeah, what was that movie with Mel Gibson? I'm just too old for this. Beep. Oh my gosh, that's what I think. Yeah, because we work real hard and then you want to sleep, but he's having other ideas. He wants to eat in the middle of the night. Other ideas and how they screw you up. Okay. So you can still see the grain. So if I wasn't live, I would definitely take the time to give it a second coat. Thanks for the kind words. Sweet. Okay, so I know it looks extra long, but part of it will be in the stand. So this is gonna be in the center. So let me see. So I definitely recommend glue dots to hold them in place. I wouldn't glue it in place. I would use glue dots. And then I'm gonna hold it up like that. Oh, no, I did it again. Glue dots, because then you can put them away for the season with little to no effort. So this is what we have so far. We have to do the B and the E and the M and the Y. The B mine. I'm gonna leave that up here for inspiration. Okay, so my center, I did kind of a grayish and a silver. I guess I should probably go in order. Okay, play nice, lady, play nice. Okay, and the B and the E. Excuse me. So I think I'm gonna go, if I use pink in the background for a big piece, I want to definitely, hey Susan, use a different pink. I don't want the same, I'm gonna call it Dusty Rose, but this darker pink. I don't know. Susan, I don't know if you're getting the art box or not. I can't remember. I haven't looked at my list recently, but if you are, this is the guy. This is one of the 3 designs that we have. So I'm gonna grab some purple. And I'm feeling like there may be some, okay, remember you can use gray first. In fact, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do the gray first. And I'm gonna let it dry. Not too much, too much. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry first. The last time I didn't, and it made my pink really soft and I loved it, so I kept it that way, or the purple, I should say. It's a great primer. could spray paint them. That would make them super glossy. But oh my gosh, have you guys checked out the price of spray paint lately? Unbelievable. Highway robbery. And I bought some polyacrylic, which is one of the sealers we use. I was like, $20, people. $20. So since I'm going purple with this, I'm going to go silver with my bead. Why? Because I love silver. So I'm just going to go in with my sponge and my gray. Gonna hit the bead. It's fun. It's kind of like coloring between the lines. You can't really screw it up. I've never had anybody. Okay, that's not true. With the arm stand we did last month, I had one person say, "Oops, I watched the video and I did something. I don't know what I did, but it didn't come out right." But sometimes that just happens. Sometimes you hear one thing and really it's something else being said. But I haven't met anybody that can't put these together. They're super easy. You paint the back, you paint the pieces, you glue them together, voila! Spray paint piece. I know! You just spray a hay ring. A hay ring, like those big ones, that would take a lot of paint. Yeah, I know. I use, for my tiered tray stand, I used a whole can of white paint. Well, I didn't want to paint the chicken wire, it's wood, but it's cut like chicken wire, out with a paintbrush because it would just take, who's got that time? Oh my gosh, we don't have that time. Okay, so this heart is gonna be on top of here, on top of this heart, so it's gonna be like 40. Oh my gosh, Susan, I get ya, I hear ya. That'd buy a lot of paintbrushes and paint, right? Well, if you have a farm, maybe you can write it off, but it's still kind of like, it's not sexy. It's not like, it's like when you have to buy a roof. Like you're super glad you were able to pay for the roof, but you're like kind of let down because, it wasn't sexy. You could have remodeled your kitchen for what you paid for your roof. Oh my gosh. I paid for a roof right before we moved here and I was not happy, people. Not happy at all. Okay. So that's going to be silver. That's going to be pink. Boom. And the little guy down here, if this is going to be purple, let's see. We could do the other pink, or I've been meaning to introduce, gosh, I hope it's not dry, this raspberry pearl from Martha Stewart. I've had it since we've moved. Martha, she makes a good product. It's pretty thick, but that's okay. If it's obnoxious, I'll water it down. It's okay. You never know till you try, right? You gotta try it. And I'm gonna say, yeah, we're gonna water that down just a little bit. Okay, so here we go. So the little one is gonna be raspberry, razzmatazz, which is awesome because I wanted to introduce this color on one of the other pieces. It's a little brighter, but it's metallic, and so I love it. Does sound like the little guy's up, but Sabrina's got them right now. Okay, so boom, boom. I wanted a little bit different color, so let's do this. I should paint it gray, but I'm not going to, and this is why. The X's and O's I want to show. I want it to be part of the design. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna mix this with that dusty rose. We're mixing, it's fun. Paint mixing's fun, but then you want to water it down a little bit because, awesome. You want to be able to see your X's and O's, and that's a lot of surface to pick out with your toothpick trick. You can do it, but it's gonna require a margarita the size of Texas. Am I right, ladies? Margarita, mucho margarita, a big one. The Friday night margarita, which I don't have because that would put me to sleep. Too much to do. One of these days I'll get a margarita. Okay, so I just want to show you because I thinned down the paint. You can still see the X's and O's really nicely. And once it dries, it's just gonna look better and better. And then the E, what are we gonna do with the E, folks?
Hey, Mom.
What's up?
He gets 4 scoops, right?
For a bottle, he gets 2.
2?
I thought so. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe, okay, so it's 2 scoops for, I'm trying to figure out, read it on the box. I think it's 2, yes, I think it is 4 scoops.
It's 4 scoops for 8 ounces.
Okay, well, there you go. That's why he's hungry. Grandma screwed it up. For 8 ounces? Oh, no, that, the bottle's only 4 ounces or 6 ounces. And she's not listening to me, so we'll figure it out. He's doing great. Okay, so I was gonna do silver and then purple. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, I was gonna do purple and silver. Okay, so I did the gray base. Well, that threw me off. So nice. It's so nice because I have that gray behind it. I'm gonna add a little moisture to my sponge, not too much. I want it to glide a little bit better than what it is doing. There we go. Make sure your gray's dry. I turned up the heat upstairs because you know, like heat rises, and so my thermostat upstairs wasn't really going off and we were freezing our honeys. And now I'm like, oh, it's so hot. We won't have to watch paint dry, it's just drying. Go. Okay, so one of the extra things you can do, and it is kind of fun, is to do a little silver stamping around the sides, or some paintbrush stamping, just to ground the pieces. You could also take paper and Mod Podge it. Gosh, I like this. The Mod Podge paper that I've done on other tutorials, that would be beautiful. Okay, so let's get this put together. And it's just a real quick project. Wait, I cannot. I'm just jumping the gun all over the place tonight. I think it's because we got home so late last night from our paint parties in King County, and John drove. I have no excuse. He drove. Normally it's me, and I wake up the next morning and I'm just like a robot, like, oh, I'm getting too old. But he drove, and I don't have an excuse for why I'm a goof nut tonight. So let me know. Hey, Haley. Oh, cracking me up. Let me know, are you ready for Christmas? Because, you know, like present-wise, I'm not. I came home and my daughter updates the countdowns, and so we have like 3 countdowns in the house, and she has them up to date, and I think it was like, wait, that can't be right. We can't be that close to Christmas, or whatever holiday you celebrate. Grab a towel real quick. We had thought we were gonna get the flooring in the studio done over the break, but I don't know. It'd be nice. You'll be the first to know. You're gonna hear me whooping and hollering. So pretty. So you can do a little black edging. I would suggest like a Q-tip. John always plays with my Q-tips when we do our live, so who knows where they are. Because John's a freak. Okay, too funny. So I'm just gonna grab a paintbrush. Flax over there. I'll just maybe do it off the screen when I'm ready. I'm gonna think about it anyway. It's so warm that my glue is drying. I've never seen this glue dry this fast before. And I will just throw this paintbrush out when I'm all done. He's like, put me in, coach. He doesn't know it's his final game. Okay. Did you see the Ouija board effect there? It was happening. It was happening. Oh, well, good grief, lady. This is painted white. Gotta have a little bit of white. See how it works. So anyway, picking out your color palette. I wouldn't do like every color. I'd probably limit it to 4 or 5 colors that are near each other on the, okay, so 4 colors that are near each other on the color wheel and 1 that's on the other side of the color wheel. That way you have 4 that get along and 1 that's contrasty, which is a very important art term that I made up. It's contrasty instead of contrasted. Oh my gosh, okay. Late live, I know. Hey Donna, how are you doing? I saw that you sent me some text or maybe it was an email today. I just haven't got to it yet. I'm working on it. You were next. You're gonna be next on my list. I pulled out my Martha Stewart raspberry. So this is from the adult box. I wanted to get, you know, like get it painted live for some people. Just want the resource. There we go. Way too much glue, lady. Way too much glue. So I'm just gonna take my paintbrush, go in and grab it. Super cute. I think definitely I'll grab a Q-tip and water and black and put some shading around the outside. Maybe not all of it, or maybe I'm gonna take my paintbrush and dip and dot some dots. White might not be the right color. I don't know, can you see it? Hey, Austin, please. Oh my gosh, Sean's sending me text. No, I don't know what team this kid plays for. So it's so funny. They always wait till I'm doing a live. Ring, 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 ring. Okay, so I just have some dots to make it super cute. Yeah, so we come back same night. So we had 2 events. We had a fundraiser, and then we had the ladies' night, and then I box up at 8:30, and if people are still painting, Giselle grabs their thing, you know, she finishes for me, grabs their things, and then I get on the road as soon as I can. Sometimes it's 9, but I get on the road. And John, wouldn't you know it, got me home at 12:45 last night. Thank you, John. But if it's me and Sabrina, we like to stop at the Love's gas stations along the way. Like we love the one in Moses Lake and we love the one in Ritzville. So it takes us a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Okay. Ta-ta. So I think I should maybe make him B, my Valentine. Okay, so I'm popping this out. So definitely if I made him purple, it'd be way too much for me. I'm waiting for the, yep, there we go. Okay, so, and then there's a couple reasons why. So Donna, they were closing Highway 18 between 4 a.m. and like noon or something yesterday, and that was just crazy. I was like, nope, we're gone. But I do like to get, a lot of times I don't come all the way. I do like to get as far as I can. Sometimes I just wanted to get over the pass. Number one, I beat the traffic in the morning, and I'm a little thrifty. It's a little cheaper to stay in Ellensburg than it is like to stay in Auburn. Plus then I have to do all that backtracking. Okay, I'm just using the same blue that I used in the Valentine. I feel like it's pulling it together. I'm definitely thinking I'm going to, seriously, the E only has the E. Okay, we're gonna do some highlighting. I'm thinking I might put some silver on top because it may be too bright. Okay, and then I just have to do mine. So I think I will repeat the pattern of the blue over here. And I'm gonna do the ombre with the white down. So let's paint it gray first. And I'm gonna paint this one gray. It just works out better, in my opinion, to paint some of these pieces gray when your paint's gonna be very light and airy. It's just the pigment is kind of transparent anyway. Okay, here we go. So I got some. So if you need to be able to see the stitching, you're gonna need to add a little water to your paint. Walmart. Sponges are not holding up tonight. Not holding up. What do? You finished the job. Boom. So how's your night going? Yeah, Highway 18. And then if you haven't been down recently, now remember I went twice this month and twice last month. They've been working on Highway 18. They've been widening it, but they don't give you much room to, well, drive, quite frankly. I mean, they're doing the best they can. I'm not complaining at all. But the worst part of it is the lineup to get onto Highway 18 going westbound is over an hour. There wasn't one this time, but all summer long, it would be like the mile-long wait to take the exit. It was just crazy. One time I did try to go around and go through Issaquah, and I ended up being late for my paint party like by a half an hour. It was crazy. Okay, so I can mix. I think I want to mix my raspberry, my Martha Stewart, and my Dusty Rose. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that paint is so thick. I told you guys, it's been with me, but not being used since I moved. It was in one of those bags I pulled out and went, oh, I can't believe I found this. Yay, I'm so excited that you complete me. But oh my gosh. Okay, I want to be able to see the hearts when I'm done. So oh shoot, I was going to do that gray. That's okay. We're going to go light because I want to be able to see the hearts. So I'm using water. My raspberry, it's a pearl. I'm calling it raspberry. She's calling it wisteria. Lady, wisteria is a purple, I think. I lived on Wisteria Lane when that really popular nighttime show was on. I can't even think about what it was called. Some kind of moms. And the ladies of Wisteria Lane, and so they took the newspaper. I mean, it was so popular, the newspaper grabbed a whole bunch of us and put us together, really like posed us next to a fence with the wisteria growing behind us. It was crazy because I hadn't watched the show. My friends were just like, hey, dress up, wipe the baby drool off, dress up and show up. And I did. And surprise, we were in the paper. That was my claim to fame. I still haven't watched the show. Wisteria Lane, that's all I know. I don't think it was the name of it. The women of Wisteria Lane, maybe? I don't know. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Oh, Connor gets home on Monday and your baby came home. I'm so excited for you, Donna. I bet you've been cooking up a storm. I bet you have. Almost went in with that goobered. I have so many things to paint and all the boxes to get out. So my weekend is pretty full, but I would like to start cooking all the cookies and stuff. Is it too early yet? I mean, would they go stale or does somebody have a solution for that? So white, you're gonna wanna paint it a couple times. Matte paint, which I don't have, matte or satin, tends to cover better than the higher gloss, like the ones I'm using tonight. And I typically like the higher gloss, but honestly, you can apply the sheen that you want afterwards by grabbing you know, your spray cans, your polyacrylic. But, oh my God, so expensive. It was so expensive. I was like, what? We used to take that to paint parties up until like 6 months ago. And so I hadn't purchased it. And then, you know, we were being asked like, oh, the smell is so bad. So we decided, okay, well, that's fine. We just won't bring it. People can just do it on their own. And so we haven't been purchasing it. I'm just doing that same technique that I did on the Valentine. Just not as well. Okay. All right. Just put it in there. Get it in there. And then if it's too much, just simply grab some white and soften it up before it dries. So it'll just color mix. The paints will mix. Yeah, like that. Much better. Much better. Okay. So that's going to go on like that. So great. I painted that, but I didn't need to. It's because I'm an overachiever tonight. Yeah. Make sure I was on the right side. So I'm gonna let that dry. So I painted this gray, but I'm not gonna leave it gray. I'm gonna do an ombre, like a white to a blue. So I'm going to come in here and, that might have been a lot. So I'm gonna probably put the stitching back. Here's stitching etched into the side, and I really scooped up the white. So I am covering some of it. So that's okay, I can paint it in, be fine. Be a little extra special. All right, here we go. Coming up. I'm coming up. So you better get the party started. So I want to try to carry that all the way up without it being super blue. So I'm just going to take, really water down the blue. Start low, go high. When you go low, I go high. Do, 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 do. You know, you guys know that. Cheer. So I'm just going on the bottom a little bit more. Do that again with some blue. Okay, looking good. To the M. We're gonna get this all put together. So is that glued? This is not, but this is. Yes, that one. So we're getting it all put together. Looking pretty good. The stand's a little different than some of the ones we've used. That's white paint and not glue, lady. It's been It's been a long week. And then the glue I do have is getting really, really dry because we have the heater on. Don't tell John. But it was like, please, Mr. Scrooge, may we please have another lump of coal for the fire? The heating bill is crazy in this house. It's crazy. We had all that work done to our heat pump, so we're hopefully we won't have to sell a kid to pay for our power this winter. It was rough last winter. Okay, so I am definitely imagining the glitter that's going to be going on this. It's going to be gorgeous. It just won't be tonight. Oh, here we go. Figure out where I put that. Boom. When you go by, boop, 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 boop. Okay, so this one needs to be ombre'd. I stuck that in pink. So I'm gonna put more white on it. And it's just the easiest way to do it is wet on wet, which sounds naughty, but it just means I got some wet paint and I'm gonna put some other wet paint on that wet paint. Well, that's not very much. I'm just gonna paint it up. then I just take my finger and I help it. I help it get cozy there. Does that make sense? Okay, what are you sending a picture of, Sherry? Oh, love it. Okay, so the last thing I have to do, besides glue this guy, is, oh my goodness, somebody just had a family paint party and they're just sending all their pictures. So that just makes my day when somebody shares that. Oh my gosh. So Kelly has been a student of mine since she was 6, and she's now 21, and she's like a nurse now, and I'm like so proud of her. She's in Maple Valley area, so you guys know Kelly, I'm sure. So it's her mom is sending me photos. All right. It looks like the COVID molecule, the little pink, like magenta berries on it. Okay. I'm gonna keep mixing that because that's not something we want to see on our Valentine. Oh my gosh. And what do I know? I had a big nursing paint party during COVID with Valley Medical. And that's what they wanted to paint. So far be it for me. Okay, so last one. Oh, if I could just find some glue. Just find a little bit of glue, please. So this one was great. It wasn't long. You make it as difficult as you want. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna glitter it up. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a glitter fiasco. A glitter bomb's going off on this project. Okay, I'm gonna press down because I did sense the Ouija board technique. All right, so I'm gonna probably paint this white. This is what the project's gonna look like. I'm gonna paint it white, but I'm not gonna do that tonight. And I'm gonna just put this together now for you. I'm gonna lean it back. You can use glue dots. I have glue dots here. I'm not gonna use them tonight. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. Okay, if you're watching this as a replay and you're putting your kit together, yours will not have the third kerf, this cutout. It'll have the first 2. Remember, John gives me the pieces that aren't perfect. Okay, so I don't know if I can hold this up. Can I have, wait, spell, be in school. I'm gonna try really hard to hold this up because I don't want to use the glue dots just yet because I'm not done. Oh, it'll lean back, it'll lean back. That's gonna be famous last words, you know that, right? And I could move the camera up, but I've got a bad case of the Uggs today. Oh goodness, you can't even read it. Hold on a second. Boom, boom. Nope. Yes, okay. Be my Valentine. Do, do, do. So it's a super cute design. I gotta go this way, it's backwards. I'm gonna make it super even better, but I wanted to make sure that I had this resource for people. Hey Susan, I see you're saying something, but technology wants to see my face and it's so terrible tonight that my software isn't recognizing who I am. That's so funny. Okay, there I am. This is horrible exit. Oh, I know. Youngest girl. Oh, I saw that. Oh, Melissa. Hello, Melissa. Give your girl a squeeze. And thanks for watching tonight, guys. I'm going to go hold that grandbaby now. Talk to you later. And Donna, I'll be reaching out. Bye.